What is it?
Butter and colostrum.
Butter and colostrum.
Yes.
Wow. So how do you... Let's show you. It actually looks really good.
It's delicious.
He likes it.
Is the low-carb, high-fat, keto-style diet safe for kids, toddlers, and babies? That's the question. But before we get into that, I have to say, I'm going to be using a real-world example in this video. And if you put your lifestyle out there on the internet and social media, you have to expect that people with different viewpoints from your own are going to criticize you. It's just baked into the cake, and if you can't take the heat, you should probably get out of the kitchen. Case in point, yesterday, an old woman called me a yellow snowflake and a libtard. And I don't even vote. An old woman, y'all! And I don't even care. You gotta have thick skin. If you're gonna put your life out there, people are gonna criticize you. That's how it works. So yesterday, my attention got directed back to this Primal Edge Health channel, and I ended up watching one of their vlogs. Honestly, I don't know or care enough about what they're doing to characterize the diet they are feeding their toddler, whether it's low carb, nutritional ketosis, or cyclical ketosis, or a primal paleo ancestral fatty meat variation, or whatever. But you can see what I saw for yourself. I'm glad we as human beings have free will, so we can learn from the mistakes of other people. The benefits of a ketogenic diet for reducing seizures in people with epilepsy, including children, has been documented since before World War II. So that is one accepted therapeutic use of a ketogenic diet in children. There is also some interesting anecdotal evidence of extending the survival time of people diagnosed with glioblastoma brain tumors by treatment with a ketogenic diet. But these are rare cases and do not support the popular so-called sugar feeds cancer notion that implies a keto diet can be used as a long-term cancer prevention strategy. Of most people I know personally, and this is definitely true of the trend I see online too, is people come to the ketogenic diet primarily for weight loss. Or an alternative misguided reason is they believe that eliminating starches and carbs might help them overcome joint pain or autoimmune disease of unknown origin. Usually they are under the unsupervised encouragement of a fad diet book author guru. This is a topic I cover frequently on the Red Pill Vegan channel and is part of the reason why I started the Worst of the Food Industry series. So perhaps the first question you should ask yourself is, why would you put a child on a fad weight loss diet to begin with? We know the progression of heart disease likely starts in childhood, but as an extreme example, fatty aortic streaks can be observed in some fetuses prior to birth. In one study of 35 people with the average age of death at 18 years old, aortic fatty streaks were strongly related to levels of both total and LDL bad cholesterol, independently of race, sex, and age. The authors wrote that these data suggest that a rational approach to the prevention of cardiovascular disease should begin early in life. Another study of 3,000 persons who died between the ages of 15 and 34 says advanced lesions of atherosclerosis that lead directly to coronary heart disease are associated positively with non-HDL cholesterol concentration. That's your total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol, as well as high blood pressure, obesity in men, and blood sugar levels. As many of us in the plant-based community understand, fat paralyzes insulin and cripples the body's blood sugar response, which is one reason why so many of these people who promote low carb and keto have to eliminate carbs entirely or eat less than 50 grams per day, because their bodies have become adapted to a metabolic state that mimics starvation, and in my opinion their glucose metabolism becomes dysregulated as a result of basing their diet around fundamentally unhealthy food preferences. Of course, if you listen to the people in the primal, low-carb, keto blogosphere, they'll tell you that butter won't raise your cholesterol, and even if it did, cholesterol is not a risk factor for heart disease, according to low-carb echo chamber groupthink. So to answer the question, is the keto diet healthy for kids? The quack weight loss chiropractors on YouTube sure seem to think so, with impressive fanfare. You can ignore the vast body of medical science and nutritional research over the past 75 years and stuff your kids full of steak and butter, but just be aware that heart disease starts in childhood. It's probably also worth mentioning that a whole foods plant-based diet has been clinically proven to reverse end-stage heart disease by Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn. I can't speak on your primal urges to eat steak, but here in the modern world we have access to an entire rainbow of fruits and vegetables and grains and beans from around the planet, and they are healthy and delicious.
It's delicious.
He likes it.